Welcome to today's presentation. Today we are looking at screening the business idea using feasibility study. To present, TUTOR MARSTON. In screening a business idea, we look at two kinds of studies. We do feasibility study and also viability study. But in this tutorial, we are looking at feasibility study. Feasibility study is a general examination of the potential of the idea to be converted into a business enterprise. The focus is largely on the ability of the entrepreneur to turn the idea into a business. So we are talking about the entrepreneur, the person here. So feasibility study, we are looking at the person and not the enterprise. Concentration is on the person. Does this person have the ability to run this enterprise that he wants to start? Has he got the character? Has he got the qualities? So these should be found in this entrepreneur. So this is the feasibility study. When we're just studying the entrepreneur, what does he have in him that will make this business successful? Therefore, in evaluating your business idea as an entrepreneur, you ask yourself questions like, what are the main activities of this business idea? What are the activities involved? Who are the consumers in respect of this idea? Follow me on TUTOR MARSTON YouTube channel. Click the subscribe button at the right bottom corner to follow and receive notification on new video releases. In determining whether the business idea that you've come up with is feasible, you must ask yourself certain questions. Like question number one, do you want to do what the small business requires? Do you want to do what this small business idea requires of you? So before you answer this question, you consider certain things, like what type of people are you going to be dealing with in your business? For instance, if you are opening a bar or a nightclub, what kind of people are you dealing with? You'll be dealing with drunkards. Are you ready to deal with drunkards? Do you have the personality to deal with drunkards? Do you have the energy required for you to push those drunkards around? Do you have the health? And you also be required to work long hours because the bars, nightclubs, they usually work at night. They also work on holidays. Are you willing to work long hours? What important things are you willing to sacrifice? Because as an entrepreneur, you need to sacrifice something for you to succeed. You cannot just succeed without sacrifice. So what are you willing to sacrifice? Is your family, does your family understand what implications you are getting into when you go into that business idea? Do they understand the full implications? Are they willing to help? Are they willing to help and to support? So it's upon understanding all these that you now be able to know whether you are really ready to go into that business, whether you really want to do that kind of business. Also ask yourself, is there a market for this business idea? Do you know who your customers will be? Will they be willing to buy your product or service? Will the customers prefer your product or service to that of your competitors? What about the future? What does it hold? What does the future hold? Are you going to gain more consumers in the future? What advantage do you have over the products and services of your competitors? Do you have any competitive advantage? And if you have a competitive advantage, are you able to stop your competitors from doing what you are doing? Can you stop your competitors from copying your idea? These are the things you need to ask yourself. So, is there a market for your business? From what I've mentioned, you are able to determine whether you have a market for your idea or not. And also, you can ask yourself the third question: can you meet the needs of your customers? So, to answer that question, you look at yourself. Do you have the skills to provide that product or service required? Can you provide the quality product or service and the quantity required by your consumers? Do you know how much you can charge for your product or service? How do you intend to sell your product? Do you have agents that will help you sell the product? Do you have enough capital to start your business? Do you have the money yourself to run your business, or do you need to borrow? If you are going to borrow, where are you going to borrow the money from? These are the things you need to ask yourself, and then you'll be able to answer if you are able to meet the needs of the consumers or not. And the fourth question that you ask yourself is, can you get the idea to the consumers? Can you get the idea to the consumers? So, in other words, do you know how your consumers buy these goods? How will you let them know about your goods? Do you know how your consumers buy this product or service? Is there some perhaps special magazine, newspaper, journal that your consumers read? You can present your product through those journals. Do you know of any agents or middlemen who are probably selling the product that is kind of your product? Can you use them to sell your product or your service? Are you able to get the names and the addresses of the big potential customers? Do you already have customers who are willing to buy from you? These are the questions you ask yourself. Upon answering these questions, then you'll be able to answer the question, can you get the idea to the customers? On this note, we come to the end of today's presentation. Follow me on TUTOR MARSTON YouTube channel. Please click the subscribe button at the right bottom corner to receive notifications on new video releases.